Yeah. Dear students, we have discussed about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Now, the kinetic molecular theory, it helps to know the behavior of a gas and additional support to the gaseous laws. Now, that theory is known as kinetic molecular theory. Then already we know that the ideal gas equation, that is PV, which is equal to nRT. Then here we'll go through the detail what are the different assumptions of this kinetic molecular theory, because the gas molecules are having point unit masses. Then the movement of a gas molecule, it is perfectly elastic in nature. Then the when the gas molecule is hit on the surface of an another, then the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules are negligible. And then the average kinetic energy of the gas molecule is directly proportional to its absolute temperature or Kelvin temperature. Now these are the postulates for this kinetic molecular theory. Postulates of kinetic molecular theory. Now first one, a gas is composed of a large number of particles called molecules. Then the motion of a gas molecule, it is in random motion, constant random motion. The distance between gas molecule is much greater than the size of the molecules. The volume of molecules is negligible, because the gas molecules are having point unit masses, and the movement of a molecule, it is perfectly elastic. That's why that's why here uh, uh, that's why uh, that's why here what happened, the intermolecular distance means whether it is in the form of a repulsive or attractive forces are weak. That's why the intermolecular attraction, it is negligible, and the movement, it is conserved. Then the gas molecule collide one another and wide with the wall of container, but these collision are perfectly elastic in nature. That is, they do not change the average kinetic energy of the molecules. When one molecule it hit on the surface of another, then there is no any change which is occur into the particular kinetic energy for each molecules. Therefore, the average kinetic energy of the molecule is directly proportional to its average Kelvin temperature or its absolute temperature. Then then we'll go through the what is the equation for this kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Now already we know these assumptions. The gas molecules are having point unit masses and do not occupy any volume. The molecules are spherical in shape, and the intermolecular force of attraction is totally absent. Then collision of the molecule, it is perfectly elastic in nature. Then what is the statement for this kinetic molecular theory? This theory, uh, the theory that was developed to explain the behavior of gases and leads to additional support to validate the gaseous law like Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac law, Avogadro's law, is called as kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Then you have to think about the last assumptions of the kinetic molecular theory. You have to focus on the last assumptions. When the gas molecules are perfectly elastic in nature, then point unit masses, then its movement is conserved. Therefore, the average kinetic energy or the velocity of the molecules is directly proportional to its temperature. Therefore, average kinetic energy E is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Then we can write the equation. E is known as average kinetic energy which is equal to 3 by 2 RT. R is known as a molar gas constant, T is called as a temperature. From these postulates, the fundamental kinetic equation is given by PV, which is equal to 1 by 3 n m average velocity square. This C square average, it is called as a average velocity square. Then P is the pressure, V is the volume, and n is the number of mole of molecules, and average velocity C average. By using this fundamental equation, uh, we can obtain the square root mean root mean square velocity means c average square. You have to take its mean square root velocity, and it is written in the form of an micron of micron of molecules of a ideal gas. Therefore, uh, we'll solving this C average square velocity in equation 1, put the value into the C equation 1, and taking the square root of both side of the equation leads to the formula, uh, that is micron, which is equal to square root of 3 PV by N and M, N into M. Here, restricting this case to 1 mole of an gas means if we have to put N is equal to 1, because number of mole of gas is equal to 1, and PV becomes equal to RT according to the ideal gas equation. Suppose if it is PV is equal to nRT, then if you have to put the N is equal to 1 mole of gas, then we will get the PV which is equal to RT, and N become as a Avogadro's number. Na and Na are multiplied by the mass of one molecules because the molecular weight small m. Then the then the root mean square velocity is equal to, that is micron, which is equal to square root of 3 RT by m. This capital M, if we have to take the mass and volume, then here put the value PV is equal to RT, and then the Avogadro's number multiplied with 1 mole of an molecules, which is equal to its molecular weight. Then put the molecular weight into this equation number 2, and you will get the micron, which is equal to square root of 3 RT by m. Then here we have taken the m, because again if you have to think V by m, that is n m by V. Capital V is known as a volume, N is number of mole of gas, and this is known as a mass. Mass by volume, which is equal to density. Then we can write equation number 2 in the form of what? Micron, which is equal to square root of 3p into density. Density, it is defined as mass per unit volume. We can see that rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of density. Now here, whatever the rate of the diffusion of a gas molecule is inversely proportional to its square root of its density. Now this is about what? This is about the kinetic molecular theory of the gases. Then we are going to discuss about today, next point is known as a van der Waal equation. Now here again I have written some assumptions. Suppose if you have to see the average velocity, average square velocity, mean square root velocity, how it is calculated. This mu square, which is equal to mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3 divided by total number n. And then here you have to see what overall idea about this kinetic molecular theory, because the gas molecules are very small particles, and then the volume of particle, it is less than volume of gas molecules. There is no any attraction or no any repulsion which is takes place. Then cohesive among themselves, and the molecules are hit on the surface of an wall of the container. Then the pressure is exerted on the surface of an wall, and then average kinetic energy is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Now this is overall about what overall what we shall be able to know about what type of an molecules when it is in the state of an gaseous form. Then after this point, we are going to focus about the van der Waal equations. Then already we know that ideal gas equation, it is used for the ideal behavior of an gas, that is PV, which is equal to nRT. When we have combined three gases law, one is the Boyle's law, second one is the Charles law, third one is the Avogadro's law, then we will get the PV, which is equal to nRT for ideal gas equation. Then same way you are going to be correct with pressure as well as in volume into the ideal gas equation, then you will get the uh, van der Waal equation for the real gas molecule from the behavior of an ideal gases. Then van der Waals in 1873 attributed the deviations of an real gases from ideal behavior to ideal behavior of an gases, which is based on main two assumptions. What are the main two assumptions? Number one, the gas molecules are point unit masses and it possesses no volume. Why it possesses no volume? Because the gas, already we know the different properties of an gaseous molecules. Then second one, there is no any interaction or no intermolecular force of attraction between the gaseous molecules. Why there is no any intermolecular attraction between the gaseous molecules? Because the gas molecules are very loosely packed to each other, therefore the intermolecular force of attraction, it is negligible. Already we have discussed. Then the gas molecules are perfectly elastic in nature. When one molecule it hit on the surface of an another, then there is no any change or no any change which is occur in within in a will with their respect to the with their respect to the velocity of that particular gas molecules. Therefore, van der Waal derived the equation for real gas by applying the volume as well as an pressure correction. Suppose after you have to take the same ideal gas equation, that is PV, which is equal to nRT, and if you have to correct the pressure as well as an volume, then you will get the equation for the real gases, because already we know that the statement of an ideal gas as well as an statement for the real gas. Ideal gases are obey the gaseous law is called as ideal gas. The real gases are the deviates from an ideal behavior of the gas but does not obey the gaseous law. That's why that gas are called as real gas molecules. Then here, if we have to correct the volume correction as well as an pressure correction into the ideal gas equation, then you will get the equation for the real gas. Then what is the van der Waal equation? Now the van der Waal equation, that is P plus A by V square into V minus NB, which is equal to RT. Now here P plus AN square divided by V square into another bracket V minus NB, which is equal to nRT. This equation is known as van der Waal equation for the real gas molecules. Then how we are going to be correct the volume? Suppose the volume of a gas is free space within the container in which molecules move about. Suppose if you have to take a container, then suppose for example here, if you have to take the container, then this container consists of what? This container consists of some gas molecules. Suppose if it consists of a small gas molecules, then you will also see the rigid particles. These are called as rigid particles. Then now here, the ideal gas, the volume of the molecules, which is equal to its ideal gas. Then here, if we have to think, the rigid particles are called as real gas molecules. This is known as an imaginary concept. Suppose when you have to take the bottle, then the empty bottle, it consists of and some of the gas molecules. You have to imagine it. And then you have to also think the small rigid particles which is present into the particular container, and then the whatever the volume which is equal to your ideal gas equations. Then if you have to in case here, what you have to do, the dot molecules of an ideal gas have zero volume, and entire space in the container is available for their movement. Whatever the space which is available into the container, and that gas molecules are easily moved. However, van der Waal assumes that the molecules of an real gas are rigid spherical particles. Now it is an imaginary concept. You have to assume that if the dot molecules are the real gas molecules or the rigid spherical particles, and which possesses or some definite volume. Therefore, the volume of an real gas is therefore ideal gas minus the volume of an real gas which occupied by the molecules. Suppose here, if the volume, whatever the volume which is occupied, the real gas, the volume of an real gas which is equal to what? Ideal gas minus the rigid particle volume, means you will get the V minus B. Suppose B is the effective volume of an molecules per mole of the gas. The volume in the ideal gas equation is corrected as V minus B. We have taken a what? V minus B. V is the ideal gas volume and B is the volume which occupied by the gas molecules. It means it is a real gas molecules. Okay. Then if you have to exclude all the molecules at a one corner, then you will get the V minus B. If it is V minus B, then you have to think n number of moles of the molecules which is present. Therefore, ideal volume V which is equal to V minus NB. N is indicated as a, now here N is indicated as a mole of the gas molecules, means number of mole of gas molecules, and B is called as van der Waal constant. B is called as a van der Waal constant, and give this is equation number 1. Afterwards, you go for the pressure correction. Suppose in a particular container, both type of gases are present. Already we know that. One is the ideal gas and second one is the real gas. Suppose if you have to think about the molecules, those molecules in the interior of a gas is attracted by other molecules on all sides. Suppose those molecules which present at the center point, then that molecules are attracted by the other molecules with all the directions. Suppose here you have to see suppose those molecules which present into the interior surface, then these molecules are balanced. Means a molecules in the interior of gas has balanced their attractive forces. Suppose if the molecule it hit on the surface of an wall, then the one force it will be cancelled out. Therefore, this molecule leads to pull inward. And now here what happened? The force is balanced. That's why this molecule it is at a stable. But now if you have to think about in case of an A molecules are hit on the surface, any one surface, then the force of attraction or the forces are imbalanced, then this molecules try to leads inward pulling. Therefore, you have to see here, a molecules in the interior of gas is attracted by other molecules on the all sides. These attractive forces are cancelled out. But a molecules about to the strike the wall of an vessel is attracted by molecules on only one side, hence it leads to the inward pulling. Now here what happened? All the forces are balanced. And now in this case, all the forces are not balanced, but this molecule leads to inward pulling. Then, therefore, it strikes the wall with reduced velocity and the actual pressure of the gas P will be less than the ideal pressure. Therefore, if the actual pressure P is less than P ideal by given equation P which is equal to P ideal minus P. Or you can also write P ideal which is equal to P plus P. P is determined by the force of attraction between molecules A and force of attraction molecules B. You have to go for the actual pressure for the particular actual pressure for this P molecules. P for the real molecules. And now therefore here what happened, whatever the net force of attraction is, therefore whatever the net force means, it is a pressure of molecule is directly proportional to its concentration of an A and concentration of an B type of the molecules. Now here this pressure which is equal, or it is directly proportional to what? It is directly proportional to the concentration of A type of n molecules and then concentration of B type of n molecules. Both the type of n molecules. One, the molecules which present into the interior surface of an container, and the molecules which present or which strike on the surface of an container. And now that's why that's why this P which is equal to P is directly proportional to Ca and Cb. Or you can also write Ca as well as an Cb means what? The number of mole of the molecules with respect to its volume. Ca which is equal to what? Number of moles by volume, and Cb which is equal to number of moles of the molecules with respect to volume again. Therefore, where N is the total number of gas molecule in the volume V, and A is called as a, here instead of Ca and Cb you can put the P is directly proportional to N by V into N by V. Then N by V, N by V, N into N means N square, and V to V means it is V square. Therefore, P which is equal to A N square, you have to take the A is called as a van der Waals constant, then A N square divided by V square, where N is the total number of gas molecule in the volume V and A is proportionality constant of the gas. Thus, the pressure P in ideal gas equation is, the pressure P in ideal gas equation P is determined, means now here you have corrected this P and put this value of n P, give this equation number 3, put equation number 3 and equation number 2 into the first equation, that is ideal gas equation, which is PV which is equal to nRT. Then here P ideal which is equal to P plus AN square by V square, and V ideal which is equal to V minus NB. Then substitute the value of corrected pressure and volume into the ideal gas equation, that is PV which is equal to nRT. Then we have P plus AN square by V square into, in another bracket, V minus NB which is equal to nRT. And this equation is known as van der Waals equation. And now here N, suppose if for number of mole of gas which is equal to 1, then you will get the equation P plus AN square by P plus A by V square into P plus A by V square into V minus NB which is equal to RT. And this equation is also called as a van der Waals equation. Now here A as well as B both are the van der Waals constant. Then you go for the determination of its unit. Determination of an A as well as a determination of B. Here you have to take the pressure correction equation P plus AN square divided by V square. Then you have to rearrange the equation A which is equal to if the pressure is here you have to take the P ideal equation P ideal which is equal to P plus AN square divided by V square. Then rearrange the equation, you will get A which is equal to PV square by N square. Then now here P is the pressure, V is the volume, N is the number of mole of gases. Then go for calculation of its unit for A which is equal to P, it is measured in pressure, P it is measured in pressure, and V it is measured in volume, and N it is measured in number of mole of gases. Then now here pressure is measured in atmospheric, then volume it is measured in liter and mole square. Therefore, the A which is expressed in atom, liter square, mole inverse square. Okay, this is the unit for this is the unit for what? This is the unit for A value. Then again same way you go for the calculation of an you go for the B calculation. B it is again van der Waals constant. Now here B which is equal to, already we know volume which is equal to V ideal which is equal to V minus N. Then B which is equal to, you have to calculate volume by number of mole of gas, and this volume it is measured in liter, and here N is measured in mole. Therefore B which is equal to liter mole inverse unit. Okay, this is a B, and now this is a unit for what? This is a unit for B. Yeah. Any doubts? This is about van der Waals equation and its derivation. Is it clear?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Van der Waals equation, it is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then we will go for the next point, that is critical phenomena. Critical phenomena for the gas molecule. Critical phenomena of gas is also called as a liquefaction of gas. This liquefaction we will discuss later words. Then first you have to go through with what? This van der Waals equation. Okay. Okay, this part you have already studied in 12th standard, but the total it is the same, but it is not here detail. The points are not given in your syllabus, but only it is given matter and its states of an matter, and then changes of states of an matter. That's why it is given in matter. That's why I'm taking all the points. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and all the points are important for your GPAT also, because if you have to refer the GPAT question paper, because 2 to 3 questions also which is based on what this postulates of an kinetic molecular theory, then gases law, then unit for van der Waals constant A and van der Waals constant B, you have to remember it. Okay, then you have to think about the equation and then you go for the calculation of its unit. It is easy for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you interested to give the test on these 3 units? That is, one is a solid state, and second one is a liquid, and third one is a gaseous states. Another 2 to 3 lectures it is required for the liquefaction of gas, and then immediately all of you ready for the test. I will take the online test by using any one of the tool, whether it is testu.in or through the Google form. Yeah, is it clear?
So can you share the PPT of it?
Yeah, because I have not prepared whole the whatever the points which is remaining in this PPT. Afterwards, I will share you notes in the form of an PDF. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will also share you this PPT because I have not prepared the next slide. Whatever I am taking daily, only that point I have prepared. Yeah, you have to see the end. Now here is the end. This is last up to van der Waals equations I have taken. I have prepared slide. Okay, then at the end I will share you all the material on YouTube as well as I will share on your group also. Okay, I will also give you printout handouts for this slide for your preparation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shraddhanand is here. Shraddhanand. Sagar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nikhil Kulkarni.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then we'll discuss tomorrow liquefaction of gases and van der Waal equation. Sorry, liquefaction of gases, then methods which is used for the liquefaction of the gases. Okay, is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
You
Thank
have
you, sir.
take care yourself.
Yes.